This is the dialogue, this is the last dialogue of Baldock, who is one of the courtiers, one of the important supporter of King Edward II. This dialogue is very meaningful and very much philosophic, because Baldock and Spencer, these both people were flatterers of king, and they have decided to flatter in his life to the powerful person and be fortunate. But they were quite unaware of the fact that once they will also have the last time, and this is the last time in their life, as the king has been arrested by the barons, and it is the most chance that he will be killed within few days. These two people have also been arrested, and they are very near to death, as Gaveston was killed because he was also the chief flatterer in the court of King Edward II. This Baldock and his friend young Spencer, they were also the flatterers. These barons were also demanding to clear away from these flatterers, no? To discharge these flatterers from the court of the king. But the King Edward was adamant, he was not ready to surrender in that matter, and even on the beyond wishes of the barons, the king has kept these two persons, Spencer and Baldock, with him. But when his time came, it was his last time, Baldock and Spencer were also arrested, and it was the chance that they will also be murdered by King young Mortimer. So that's why this is the last scene, this is the last dialogue of Baldock. He says in that way, a very philosophic line he says, Spencer, I see our souls are fleeted hence. Now these two friends, they are parting for each other. It seems that this is their last meeting. In their future, they may not be able to meet themselves. We are deprived the sunshine of our life. Now he is aware that his death is very near to him, and sunshine will be denied to him. Sunshine means he will not be able to enjoy sunshine on the next day, because this day may be the last day in the life of Baldock and Spencer. Make for a new life. New life means now be prepared for the new life, because now we are going to lose this life and to gain the another life. Throw up thy eyes. Now hate this world, because this world is no more for us. And heart and hands in heaven's immortal throne, pay nature's state with cheerful countenance. Although their death is very near, but still then he requests his friend to be bold enough to be confident and be happy, because nature has given so much and they have enjoyed in their life, but now this is their last time. So that's why they should die with happiness. So that's why he is requesting his friend to be cheerful and die. To die, sweet Spencer, therefore live we all. At last he becomes very philosophic, and he propounds that everybody who is born on this earth, they have to die one day. This is the natural rule. This is the eternal rule in the human life. So we have also to die. But the option is there that you will die with happiness or by repenting. So that's why he requests his friend, be bold enough and face this death and die with happiness. As Spencer, all live to die and rise to fall. This is the rule of nature, that everybody who has taken birth on this earth, it is certain that one day he will die. Everybody who goes on the height, it is certain that on one someday he will also fall. No? So this is the very much philosophic lines of Baldock to his friend Spencer. Seeing the fact that they are very near to the death, they are on the verge of death, they have realized fully that their death cannot be avoided. So that's why happily they are ready to die. This is the good thing, that they are struggling hard against the nature, no? Against their enemies. Very long and descriptive dialogue of King Edward II. This is the first dialogue in Act 5, Scene First. And this is very long and narrative, descriptive dialogue of King Edward II. What is the context? That at last he surrenders himself. He is arrested by the forces of young Mortimer and his wife Queen Isabella, and now he is captured and imprisoned in the Killingworth Castle. There he is tortured physically, emotionally, and psychologically. He is kept in dirty environment where channel water is overflowing. He cannot sleep there. He cannot take rest there. And the soldiers who are guarding him, they are instructed by young Mortimer to abuse him, so that his unrest may be increased and he may die shortly. So now this is the dialogue. Leicester, if gentle words might comfort me, thy speeches long ago had eased my sorrow. Because nothing can comfort him. Now he is restless, he will be tortured. Torture and oppression are the main ingredients of his life now. He will have to suffer in his life, as he has been kept in the castle of Killingworth. The griefs of private men, he also becomes philosophic. When the death comes, people become philosophic, no? The griefs of private men are soon allayed, but not of kings. Now this is the contrast that he discusses. That the problems of common man, it is solution is very fast, very easy. But the problems of the life of the king, it is very difficult, because it is not a simple life. This is very complex life. The forest deer being struck runs to an herb that closeth up the wounds. What happens with the deer in the forest? When it is injured, when it is wounded by any of the thing, either enemy or any natural thing, it goes to the herb and takes embalmed ointment, no? Natural medicine he takes, so that his injury may be recovered. But what happens with the lion, with the tiger? It is the dangerous animal in the forest. But when the imperial lion's flesh is gored, he rends it and tears it with his wrathful paw, and highly scorning that the lowly earth. There are two examples that king has offered. The one example of the deer, it is a simple animal in the forest. Whenever it is injured, it takes natural medicine, no? Like leaves of herbs, the leaves of some specific medicinal plants that they know, and they are recovered. But what happens with the tiger, the lion, that is the dangerous animal in the forest? When it is injured, it becomes wrathful, it becomes too much angry, and in that angry situation, actually it tears its own flesh and bleeding starts. Or in this way, they used to increase their distress, no? The pain, it happens. The same situation is that with that of the King Edward II. Because now the bad days have started in his life, so that's why he himself has increased his pain. And he is very tortured emotionally and psychologically, highly scorning that the lowly earth should drink his blood mounts up into the air. So that happens with the tiger. He himself becomes the root cause of his pain. The same thing is there, because everything that the King Edward II has done in his life, he himself is he himself is responsible, and he should be blamed for his misdeed. And that's why what he has planted, now he has to reap also. No? So he himself is responsible for his misdeed. Now he has to suffer, he has to face cruelty of the nature, he has to face the vengeance of young Mortimer. He has lost each and everything in his life. He has lost his kingdom, crown, he has also lost his wife. So that's why there is no solution for the problem of the king. No. So that's why he is restless. He can't do anything in his life. It is clear? So very painful situation is there of the king. He has been kept in Killingworth Castle where a stinking environment is there. Chalo, next is very near. Just after 4 lines, another explanatory line starts. Line number 20. Act 5 scene first. For such outrageous passions cloy my soul, as with the wings of rancor and disdain. Full often am I swearing up to heaven, to plain me to the gods against them both. But when I call to mind I am a king, methinks I should revenge me of the wrongs that Mortimer and Isabella have done. But what are kings when regiments is gone, but perfect shadows in a sunshine day? The same dialogue is there. This is the middle part of the dialogue of King Edward II. He has been thinking a lot. So that's why it is a big dialogue of King Edward II. In this line, what is the context? Further, he thinks that he was the king of England. And now, what is the situation of the king of England? He has been arrested and kept in the jail, in the Killingworth Castle, just like a common thief, common robber. No, he is misbehaved and mistreated by his barons. The king is himself in the custody. He says further, for such outrageous passions cloy my soul as with the wings of rancor and disdain. He is very angry. He has disdainful nature. He has rancor in his heart. He wanted to kill Mortimer, retaliate Mortimer, and he also wanted to punish his unlawful, unfaithful wife, Queen Isabella, who has joined hands with young Mortimer and is against the king. So that's why he wanted to retaliate upon them. Full often am I swearing up to heaven. Now, what does he think? That God should punish him because he is in the custody. He cannot do anything. He is not a king now. So that's why he can't punish. Actually, he is thinking that God should punish them because they are powerful. They should be punished by the God. To plain me to the gods against them both. But when I call to mind, am I a king? But when he is requesting the God to punish them all, suddenly he realizes that actually he was the king. He is the king of England. He should punish the criminals. The king is there to punish the criminals. Why God should punish them? So he suddenly realizes. But after within second he also realized that yeah, really he was the king, but he is not a king now. If he is a king, he is captured. He is under the control of young Mortimer. How can he punish him? So he realizes his fault here. Methinks I should revenge me of the wrongs that Mortimer and Isabella have done. Actually, young Mortimer and Isabella, they have deceived the king, and king should punish them all. But how can he punish him? They are so powerful, they have captured him and they have kept him into the jail, into the Killingworth Castle. So what should he do? Next, further he thinks that, but what are kings when regiment is gone? What is the value of a king when he has lost his army? Nothing. Without army, he can do nothing. Army is the power of the king, na? So now the soldiers, they are under control of young Mortimer or his wife, Queen Isabella. So how can he be powerful so that he may punish these two criminals, his wife, unfaithful wife, Queen Isabella, and the rebellious baron, young Mortimer? He cannot punish them, no? But perfect shadows in a sunshine day. So now this is shadow. What is shadow? Now he is in illusion that he is a king. In words he is a king of this country, but in reality he is a prisoner under the hands of his wife and his rebellious baron young Mortimer. So this is the pitiable situation of the king, where a king is pitiable and he cannot do. He is helpless. He is not in a situation to punish them. Rather, he is going to be punished. Queen Isabella and young Mortimer, they will punish him. In near future, the king will be tortured physically, mentally and emotionally, and at last he will be killed brutally. This is the fortune in the life of king. It means bad days have started in the life of king. Is it clear?